All right, listen up, you guys. We've got a really interesting topic today that's important. So, today we're going to talk a little bit about one of the key fundamentals of not only our Healthy Transformation program, but really just your general health and wellness. And we call these the wellness essentials for a very specific reason. These are medical grade supplements, which we call nutraceuticals, that are important for really all of our health. So whether you come into our practice for wellness, for weight loss, or even for aesthetic or skin rejuvenation, these medical grade supplements are that important that literally every single one of our patients are recommended to put these as part of their plan. So at Med1, we are an evidence-based medical practice, and so we only recommend and include in our programming for our patients those medical supplements or nutraceuticals that have been shown to have the highest quality, efficacy, and safety. We work with a company called Metagenics. After researching many different types of medical grade nutrition, Metagenics clearly is the winner. They stand out amongst the crowd as far as the level of data that supports what's actually in the supplement. So this company not only tests their supplements against other companies, but they actually test them within the company itself. So there's internal and external controls that show the safety, the validity, and the effectiveness of these products. So medical grade nutrition really is the only way to go. There are hundreds and thousands of options of nutritional supplements that are available almost in every store and every corner. And while I can't, and I won't suggest that many of those companies and those products aren't valuable, the problem is that your health is more valuable, and we need to know that your money and your investment in your health is held in the highest standard. And so at Med1, we recommend only medical grade nutraceuticals. So you know that you're getting what you say and what we say you're getting, and it's going to be in there every time. It's going to be reliable. So in our wellness essentials, there's a couple of key things I want to outline, a little bit about the components, and just share with you like why these are so valuable. So the wellness essentials is a really convenient way to get a couple of those key nutraceuticals into your diet. These contain several just major players in your health. So vitamin D is a very important micronutrient. It's way more valuable than just calcium absorption. And for many of us that are trying to maintain healthy weight goals, we're not getting as much dairy, we're not getting as much calcium-rich foods, and so getting vitamin D into our diet is really key. Also, in the climate that we find ourselves in, natural vitamin D production is limited because we have minimal exposure to sunlight, which is a way that our body actually synthesizes its own vitamin D. Vitamin D has a lot of benefits, but the way I summarize those of vitamin D is that vitamin D acts a lot like a hormone. So it actually diffuses into your cell, and it can turn on gene transcription and actually change the way genes code messages in your cells. So it acts like a hormone. It also helps with some specific target organs. The muscle tissue is one of those. There are vitamin D receptors on muscle tissue, and vitamin D is an important player in muscle endurance and strength. Vitamin D has a lot of other valuable roles in just hormone signaling, but also it has to do with like health and well-being. Low vitamin D has been shown to cause some peculiar things like falls in the elderly, and it can have an impact in the way that we feel with our mood. So vitamin D is part of the wellness essentials. It's one of those key nutraceuticals that I mentioned, and it's here in this wellness essential pack. The other key player that's in the wellness essentials is an omega-3 fatty acid. Omega-3s, and we'll talk extensively about those in other coaching sessions, are just key players in stabilizing cell membranes. They have an important role in minimizing inflammation. In summary, omega-3 fatty acids are probably one of the key players in just fighting disease. So when there's inflammation in a target organ, say it's inflammation in your brain, that inflammation can cause vessel damage and maybe can lead to changes like Alzheimer's disease or dementia. If there's inflammation in vessels in another target organ like the heart, then we can develop disease such as cardiovascular disease, heart attacks, strokes. So omega-3s are going to help stabilize cell membranes, and they're going to reduce inflammation. The third component of the wellness essential is the phyto multivitamin. So multivitamins are important because when we're on a specific healthy, low calorie, high protein diet, we may be missing some of the key nutritional players that are going to keep our body functioning optimally. Even if we ate a perfectly balanced diet filled with every colorful rainbow vegetable out there, most of us are still not going to have that variety of food every day that we're requiring. And so we really need the multivitamin to fill in the gaps. But even more important, the phyto component of that multivitamin, that is the specific part of it that's responsible for protecting your cells against DNA damage. So it's the part of the fruit and the vegetable that's so fragile that even at Whole Foods or any grocery store that you're getting your produce from, these plants, these chemicals in plants are really fragile and sensitive. And so now that we're living in a type of industry where we're not getting our produce directly from the plant, we're not farming directly, it's really crucial that we get enough of those phytochemicals in our diet to protect DNA and to protect against cancer. So phytochemicals in the phytomulti are key. The other part of the program that we really emphasize is a medical grade probiotic. Probiotics have a lot of different vital functions in the body. To summarize, gut health is just exploding. The amount of data that we are finding about the importance of a balanced gut flora is just impressive. It's like every day there's more studies and more data on this. So the healthier our gut flora is, the more balanced our gut is, the better the signaling between the bacteria in our gut and the cells in our gut. When the crosstalk between those two cells and bacteria are just on, it influences the immunity that our body produces, and it influences just organ function. So the gut has a lot of rules. It has to do with our immune system. It has to do with our brain function. It's really infinite what we're finding out about the gut. So in addition, getting the right flora established in your gut is going to help with absorbing nutrition. And so when we put high quality food in our belly, we want to make sure that we're extracting every amount of that nutrition that's possible. And so by getting the health of your bacteria and getting the cells there that are responsible to absorb that nutrition optimized, you're going to get a lot out of the food that you're eating. So that explains a bit about the wellness essentials and probiotics and why they're important in the healthy transformation and for just our clients in general. Explained a little bit about evidence-based nutrition and like why it's important to invest in a medical grade supplement. So I'd love to see you put this and integrate it into your life and health. And for more information on medical grade nutrition and to actually be able to invest and purchase these supplements, I want to refer you to drtromble.com. Look forward to answering more questions about nutraceuticals.